Hi everyone, Alyza from Wellness Embodied here, and I am with Kerry-Ann from Hope, Heart and Health. We are working together this year to start raising awareness for the 2023 Cardiac Challenge. And if you haven't already signed up, we do have the 2022 Cardiac Challenge coming up towards the end of September, which is in about 2 months' time now. So what we really want to aim at doing is providing all of our athletes with access to information about how you can prepare for the cardiac challenge and how you can look after your body as you start to increase your cycling regime. So I am a physiotherapist as well as a strength and conditioning coach, and one of the things that I value in a lot of my clients' rehabilitation is strength and conditioning. So strength and conditioning refers to preparing your body for the demands of your chosen sport. So not only does it involve strength training in the gym, but it also involves actually exposing yourself to the conditioning that you will need for your event. So if you are cycling something like the Cardiac Challenge, obviously your conditioning is going to involve some hill repeats, perhaps up Coppolo Dam, and some longer distance cycles, and cycles especially in the middle of the day, because that's when you're likely going to be riding on the Cardiac Challenge. So today I wanted to go through a couple of exercises for you. For cyclists, it's really important to ensure that you have really strong shoulders to help support your body when you're on the bike, to make sure that you also have a really strong back, again, so that you don't start to experience some lower back pain from being on the bike for too long. And to build up some strength in your quads and your glutes, just to help you on that hill power and to make sure that you can go for long distances without experiencing fatigue. So I will run you through those exercises and show you how you can do them at home. If you are going to do them, obviously if you have any pain or any injuries, particularly to the shoulders, back, hip or knee, I'd be clearing this with your physiotherapist first to make sure that this exercise is suitable for you. So just a disclaimer on that. And if you are going to include them in your program, you need to be really specific about your reps and sets. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call on 42319777 and I can help you out with a program for that. Hi everyone, so I'm going to run you through some exercises that you can do to help strengthen all the muscles that we just discussed. So we're going to start with some shoulders. So one thing that you can do is some shoulder press. So just making sure, you usually use 2 dumbbells, but I'm just going to show you on one, making sure that your arm is pulled back and hand facing forward, and then you're going to push up and coming back down. Okay, so this is a shoulder press. Very important if you're doing it in standing to make sure that you're not arching your back and that you're not rolling too far forward with this movement. If you feel like you can't support your back through this, you can always sit on a bench so that it becomes a little bit easier for you to support your core. The next muscle we're going to look at is your core and your back. So a really good way to target this, and it also helps out with your shoulders, is just a simple plank exercise. So down on elbows and feet with shoulders positioned directly over your elbows and drawing your belly button in towards your spine. So very important here that you're really aiming to push through your shoulders and that you're drawing your tummy in and not allowing your back to sag and your butt to stick out. If this is really difficult, you can regress to going on your knees, which will make it a little bit easier for you to complete. The next exercise we're going to look at is a squat. Contrary to popular belief, there's no correct way to squat, just as long as you aren't putting too much weight through the front of your knees and that your feet stay flat on the ground. That's absolutely great. So what we're going to look at is just a simple body weight squat. So just sitting with your feet as far wide as you feel comfortable, toes slightly turned out if that's comfortable for you as well, and sitting back into a body weight squat. Now, ways to make this a bit harder is obviously adding weight. So you can add weight in the form of a dumbbell and make it a goblet squat. You can also play around with variations of bar squats, so a front bar squat or a back bar squat. But again, definitely recommend getting your technique checked out if you've never practiced any of those exercises before. The final exercise is a really good burner for your quads, and again, you can play around with different variations of this. It's a simple split squat, so you're going to place one leg forward and you're going to drop nice and slowly down and then push back up through the front leg. So here, the slow drop is targeting that quad. Okay, so you should feel it pretty quickly in the front of your thigh. You can also elevate your front foot or elevate your back foot, which will bias different muscle groups whilst you're doing that exercise. But again, definitely get your technique checked out if this is an unfamiliar exercise for you, because the last thing we want is to send you home with some knee pain. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and we will see you on the road in September this year.